under the Mississippi standards, there was just a lot of solving, and then when you got to look at the assessment, and it was very isolated skills. Versus now with the new standards, there's a lot of different strategies that they want kids to use. You do a lot of, in the lower grades, number lines and tape diagrams or bar models to make sure that the kids, when they're doing the math, they can see it. Like it's a picture playing in their head, and they really have the solid understanding of numbers. They're not just digits anymore, they have a value. And so that's been a big transition, because before, like when I was in the classroom under teaching, for MCT, it was, you would maybe teach them, to solve an equation or whatever the skill was, and there was always a backup plan. But if you forget how to solve it, then you plug in A, B, C, and D. There was always a way around the skill when it came to the assessment. And now under Common Core, it's just focused on solving and reasoning and modeling, and there's no way around it. You've just got to show us that you have these skills, that you can apply these skills, or not. And so there's just so much more being assessed than doing 50 multiplication problems or 50 division problems and never mixing the two. Now we need a big conceptual understanding, and teaching with these tasks. That's really been a huge change for our teachers and our students, is to sit down and go through a multi-step task that just keeps on building and building and building, because they're used to solve it, if I can't, plug something in, and then I just move on. And so now we really got to see that you know the math, and that's changed.
We've had practices in Mississippi with our curriculum framework before. They were just usually on that front page that everybody was given to go directly to the objectives. Now the practices are part of the standards. They're part of how our students will be tested. And they're actually really good for mathematics, all 8. I mean, there is not one that I can say I love more than the other. But just getting the students to understand the mathematics. These are all life skills that our students should learn. They need to be able to work with others. They need to be able to manage themselves and collaborate with others, working in a team and those type things. These are real life skills, whether they're entering college or whether they're going to enter the workforce, that they will be able to apply when they're on these jobs or in a college course.
To a parent or anyone who's concerned about the implementation of Common Core, I would say communicate with the teachers at your school. We are all trying to figure this out, and we need to take it slowly. And so having a conversation with teachers about where your children might be struggling, it's just something that you need to do instead of fighting and assuming that the teacher is against you or against your child. Have a conversation to say, what can I do to help, and how can we kind of meet in the middle here to make this work.